Hello, welcome back. Today is Saturday. We are going down to Emma and Chris's today. We just dropped Manny off with my mum. Well, I say just, we've been driving for about an hour and a half. So this morning we dropped Manny off with my mum. In the garden. We've just brought Manny to my mum's house to stay because we're going to see Emma and Chris, and Milo's trying to follow him around to take off his harness. Manny is having none of it. He's playing with his friend. How beautiful. All the flowers my dad's planted. Before we dropped him off, my mum said that she'd told Buddy, her dog, that Manny was coming and he was just waiting by the window for her, which was sweet. Anyway, we stopped at the services for a little break and to get some food because we are starving.
I've seen those faces.
And it's got to get, you've got to do it till it gets like, it actually almost hurts your hands. And it's a frosted tin.
I'm someone in denial, 'cause you are down.
As usual, we spent the weekend with Emma and Chris. I'm not vlogged at all. It was loads of fun. Chris even made pizzas in the pizza oven last night. Did I vlog it? I did not. And now we're going home. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later. Every time we stay with Emma and Chris, Milo says, we should stay for 2 nights. Every time. I think it's just like, I love it down here. I didn't one time he say he wanted to actually stay with Emma and Chris?
Yeah.
Like he would stay and we could leave. I just had the world's greatest bath. You know when you're just really tired, especially when you've been, I'm going to say travelling, but it's a lot of travelling in a weekend, a lot of driving in a weekend. I just felt like, ugh. And I feel so clean, so clean. Tomorrow I am supposed to be helping my brother with a house project. So we'll see how that goes. But I've decided to roll the vlog and just do 3 days in one because not a lot happened vlog-wise this weekend. So I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, it is Monday. I woke up feeling much brighter today. Not that I was feeling, grey, but I was feeling just like, the birds are literally chirping in the garden. Can you hear them? Manny's hanging out in his usual spot. I had an update from my childminder, some good and bad stuff and stuff we've been dealing with over the weekend. And today I'm like feeling like that's gonna all be okay. It's just, sometimes when you wake up on the right side of the bed, it's 10 o'clock. My brother hasn't messaged me yet, so I don't know if he's changed his mind about wanting to do this. Rather, he wants to laminate that sounds crazy. He doesn't want to laminate his floor. He wants to rip up his carpet and put down laminate in his living room. And it's very possible that he has got all the stuff and realised what a huge job this is, but also that you've got to kind of like move everything out of the room. So I'm waiting to see if he messages me, but if not, free bank holiday Monday for me. So I've been watching videos about removing the coil, the Marina coil that I have. I've been talking about this for a while. I made a whole video about, this was March 2020, because when I went into the doctor to have my coil finally removed, I remember walking past a coronavirus testing like tent outside. No one was wearing masks. And we went in and I was talking to the doctor that removed my coil, and there was a doctor and potentially a nurse or just someone else was there. And we were kind of joking about, gosh, they're taking it really seriously. Like nobody thought it was going to be what it is right now. But that is such a core memory for me now, because it was, I had a day off work and I came back to work the next day and they were sending us home. Half our office had been ripped up. It was so bizarre, really dystopian. I think I'd been off for a week, went to have my coil removed at the hospital, and then we were sent home from work the next day. And then I think it was full lockdown a week later. So just crazy. Anyway, that's by the by. It's just, memories. I did do a video about my having the last one removed because it was quite traumatic, deciding to have another one put in, the fact that I had been I had tested positive for HPV, which, to be fair, if you have been tested and you're positive for HPV, don't panic. It's something that they didn't used to test for, and so many people have it. It's not something that you need to be massively concerned about. I've had people message me since that video, absolutely bereft, inconsolably upset because they've had these results. It's really, really not what you might think it is. Obviously it's a concern because it can raise your risk of having cervical cancer, but it's not, they just didn't used to test for it. So the reason you didn't hear about it, the reason that all of a sudden you feel like, where has this come from? They didn't used to test for it. And so loads of people have had it for lots and lots of years and had no idea. Anyway, so because of that, I have to have annual smears, and I haven't been for my annual smears because I'm so terrified of them screwing with the strings or whatever it is of my coil and them not being able to take it out as normal, which is a very simple process, and me having to go back and have this horrendous thing where they have to manually open my cervix. Not a fun time. So I've been watching videos about having the coil removed because I'm planning on having it removed and having a smear at the same time. That's my plan. We have a more permanent contraception method in the works. Anyway, I'm getting off track. These videos have been absolutely fascinating because everyone has different symptoms from the hormonal contraception anyway, but coming off, people have full-blown meltdowns of something called a Mirena crash, where if you have it removed before the term, basically you're taking a hormone out of your body that your body is not used to producing for itself, and you go haywire. So beyond all of the potentially positive side effects of removing it that I'm quite looking forward to, there is also that to consider. So I'm just warning you guys now. I am going to do a video. I'm going to do a video diary, much the same way as I did last time, explaining what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm feeling. But if I do decide to have the coil removed, you guys are going to see that play out day by day, me potentially unravel further. I've often said that my vlogs kind of watch back as someone having a crisis, and you're just kind of watching it, just what day by day, when will this reach fever pitch, but even more so in the coming months. I'll tell you something that was really interesting, because watching these videos, I was so thankful, just genuinely grateful, I suppose, for these women who'd made these videos, because you don't get a lot of information out there about female stuff, contraception especially, like side effects, what happens when you do this, what happens when you do that, yada yada. There's like a rambling group that just walked past my house. There's a lot of people. You just don't, there's not a lot of information out there, and doctors tend not to be particularly forthcoming. Anyway, it kind of made me laugh because when Lee went to have his vasectomy consultation, the doctor gave him every possible side effect that he could expect, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the percentage of people who experience these negative side effects was so low, it was like 1%. It was nuts. Ha 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 ha. Pardon the pun. It was nuts. But it was nuts how much information they were giving him about the, oh, well, this could happen, some men think this, yada yada. And I just thought they would never do this for women. They don't sit you down when you have the pill and say, some women have a stroke. They just don't. And it doesn't matter how low the percentage is. For men, they will always give them the whole picture and almost say, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Because you might get a bit of a headache. For this evening's meal, I have made beef bolognese with basically jacket potatoes, and I am quite pleased with this one. Not fancy, but we are starving, and it smells delicious. A couple of things. The food was delicious, and I wanted to share a couple of TV, not highlights, but TV notes for today. We finished watching Superstore again for like the 4th time, and I do feel like I should say, if you've never seen Superstore before, it's great. Definitely in the vein of The American Office and Parks and Rec, if you're into that kind of thing. Very easy comedy watching. And the final episode of Superstore is like top five final episodes for me. Proper, it's a real tearjerker, but just, you know, a really satisfying ending. I felt I should mention. If you've never watched it before, give it a go. We are in the middle of the new Hugh Laurie written Agatha Christie. I don't know how that works, but Hugh Laurie, Agatha Christie, and I'm just not sure, you know. We're in the final episode, in fact, and I'm just like, it's not grabbing me. It is, trying to remember what it's called, something like, why didn't they ask someone? You'll know what I'm talking about. It's about a little mini-series. Anyone else? I mean, maybe when we finish it, I'll feel differently. In the end, we went for a really long walk today, and it was all pretty chill. Spent a little bit of time in the hot tub in the afternoon. Otherwise, a very chill bank holiday Monday. Back to normal tomorrow. Back to work on Wednesday. And I will see you in the morning.